Hello YouTube, so today I want to talk about rejection. And the main reason I want to talk about rejection is that I've experienced a lot of rejection throughout my whole life, particularly a lot this year. And learning how to deal with that rejection and learning how to not take it personally was one of the key skills that I really needed to learn and that I've only really learnt in the past 6 months or so. And I feel it's an important topic to talk about because a lot of people get rejected quite a lot of the time. And when I'm talking about rejection, I'm talking about all types of rejection. I'm talking about getting rejected by that person you really liked and wanted to be in a relationship with. I'm talking about being rejected from jobs or interviews or schools or universities. I'm talking about being rejected by friends. And most importantly, I'm talking about rejecting yourself. And I've experienced all these types of rejection. I was bullied quite a lot when I was younger, and recently I've been trying to get into a lot of jobs and I just haven't been getting interviews, or when I did get interviews I didn't get the job. But I'm a lot better at dealing with rejection now than I was a year ago, or 3 years ago, or 5 years ago. I mean, looking back on myself, I get annoyed at how bad I was at dealing with rejection because I took it personally. And once I took it personally, I started rejecting myself. And that's dangerous. I started thinking that I wasn't worth being loved. I started thinking that there was something wrong with me, that people were rejecting me because I wasn't doing something right, that people didn't want to be friends with me because I wasn't worth it. I wasn't worth being a person. I wasn't worth being here. And that started coming across in the way I approached relationships, started coming across in the way that I approached my marks at school and trying to get into different universities. I had this pessimistic belief that nobody would like me or nobody would accept me because I had taken all the rejection that had happened to me and I put it into myself. I'd internalized it. And I've dealt with that now. I went to a psychologist who helped me deal with a lot of that. And I slowly realized over time, and having really close friends constantly telling me and building up my self-esteem, that when people reject you, it's usually not about you. And I know that's really, really hard to believe, but it isn't about you. It's not about you as a person. Take jobs, for example. I've been to a job interview recently and I thought I did quite well at that job interview, but I haven't received a call and it's been almost a month now, and I probably didn't get the job. Now, it would be really easy for me to internalize that and think, oh, somebody better got the job and I'm not good for this job. Why should I bother applying for jobs at all? I'm never going to get one because I'm not worthy as a person. And I could internalize that, but rather think about it as somebody was better for that job than me, and that's fair enough. They made their decision, but I mean, they don't know me as a person. They haven't spent time with me like my friends have spent time with me. And there are many other jobs out there, and if I keep on trying, I'll eventually get one. And it can be very difficult to get into that mindset, especially if you're dealing with depression or anxiety or other mental illnesses that come along with internalizing rejection. And I've dealt with that myself. So how did I get through it? How did I manage to deal with rejection in all its different forms and realize it's not about me and keep my self-esteem intact? Well, a lot of different factors. Firstly, I had to deal with the rejection I was already carrying. I had to go back and look at why I had internalized the rejection that I had received throughout my whole life and deal with that. Because when you get rejected or when you reject yourself, it's like a wound. It's like a physical wound. It's like someone's cut you. And when someone cuts you or you get injured in a physical sense, you go to a doctor and you get treated. And you need to do that with mental wounds and emotional wounds as well. You can't just let it fester and internalize it. It will become part of you. You have to be able to let that go. You have to learn how to forgive. And it's not easy. The way I did it was I talked to a psychologist. I talked to friends and family. And I looked inside myself and went, alright, why did I internalize this? Why did I take on all this rejection that people put on me? And once I learnt why I had done that, I went, alright, forgive them. Let it go. It's not helping you, and it's certainly not helping them, and they don't care, or they don't even remember, or they don't even know how much they hurt you. And yeah, forgiving is hard, but it's something that you need to do. It's something that will help heal you. And after I forgave them, I was able to start letting that rejection go. I was able to start realizing how much it had changed me as a person, and how much it had affected a lot of my personality. And yeah, it took time, but over months and years I was slowly able to change my personality, change those aspects about myself that I didn't like, and let it go. And I'm not going to give you the exact process that I use, because I believe everybody's different, and there may be different ways that you're able to deal with rejection that are completely different to mine, and that's still completely valid. But I do want to say one thing. I want to say that if you're dealing with rejection, that if you believe that you're not worth it, if you believe that you're not lovable, that no one will accept you, that's a lie. People do love you. People do accept you. I know it's cliche, but you're the only you there is. The world would be a very different place if you weren't in it anymore. It would be less of a place. So keep on trying. Keep on pushing forward, because you will get there. I know it's difficult, and I know there are some days that you don't even want to get out of your bed in the morning. I've been there. But if you keep on pushing forward, if you keep on trying, it will get better. I know it's difficult to believe, but it will get better. As someone who's been there, someone who's been through that, it does get better. I hope that's been helpful in some way, and if you want to keep on discussing this topic, please do so in the comments below. I hope you have an awesome week. You'll see me next week, and don't forget to be awesome.